Challenging ideas almost always improves the idea. But challenging ideas is often confused with challenging the person who holds the idea. There was one chairman, come up the finance route, cared a lot about financial matters and cared a lot about pay. And he really tried to figure all kinds of ways to get pay for his managers. He had 100 managers together for a planning session. And he described how he had a new pay program that would increase their pay and his pay at a time when people were being laid off and pay was being reduced for a lot of the workers. Well, among these 100 managers, there were many who believed the executives should be taking the same pay cut as the workers. And one of them stood up and said, he was William, we don't like that plan. Some of us don't like that plan. Some of us think that we ought to be taking a pay cut. Whereupon, William flew into a tirade. It's one of the most unusual tirades I've ever seen by a chief executive of a major corporation, multi-billion-dollar corporation, and disbanded the whole meeting. When that happens, the message goes out. Whatever you do, don't say anything critical, because the boss can't take it. And so very important things never get to the top, and this loneliness increases, this isolation increases, and it's highly destructive. There's another chief executive, well known, who yells, screams, shouts, swears at his people. We were talking about an acquisition, and the chairman said, how many people do we have down there looking at that acquisition? And the answer came back, we've got 30 people doing due diligence. The chairman said, you've got to be kidding. That's a tiny little company. We'll destroy it while we're doing due diligence. Why are we doing something that stupid? And there was silence in the room. And this most junior lawyer said, well, sir, it's because no one wants you to find something they missed. And so everybody is sending their people down there to find out everything possible. He said, so the reason we're doing it, sir, is you. And the chief executive said, Frank? Everyone waiting for, not knowing quite what he said, I believe you're right. I believe that's probably exactly what happened. Okay, you guys, let's get more reasonable. I promise you I won't leap at anyone. I won't kill anyone if you miss some things. But let's stop this madness. And so there was an openness. Now, clearly it had not been always that way, or else the vice chairs and the others would have spoken up a little faster. One of the safest things to do is to say to a chief executive, tactfully, gee, that's wrong. Not you're wrong, but gee, that's wrong. Because you usually get thanked rather than thrown out of the office, although sometimes you get thrown out. You rarely get fired. It's usually not career-ending, and very often it's career-making. So I'd really think hard about how to create an environment as a manager so your people challenge your ideas.